All right, so second time's the charm. We got Best Buy to check and do a stress test on these two guys. Same iBUYPOWER rigs that I purchased before. They did a stress test. Everything looked good. So we'll take them home, see how it looks, and hopefully we'll have some decent data mining and crypto mining. All right, guys. So let's talk about some of the things that I've learned today, and maybe this will help you guys out too in the future. I'm going to give you some tangible things for actually kind of watching the video that will be helpful if you return not just like gaming PCs, but anything to Best Buy. I want to start off by saying that although I was critical against Best Buy in the first video, I really think they provide an important service. The prices are good, and without some of their tech policies, you're really running a lot of risk for like dealing with crypto mining should you burn out one of your graphics cards. Not sponsoring them in any way, shape, or form. I'm just saying I think they're really important, and if I were you, I would either buy like direct from Dell or from Best Buy, because it's really important to ensure that you have some sort of fail-safe so you're not stuck with defective computer parts. But there is a dark side to this, right? So I ended up buying these PCs from a place in South Carolina because it was cheaper in sales tax than where I'm at. So I drove down South Carolina. It was a couple hours drive. We get in there. The store manager actually comes out pretty quickly. And this is the first thing you want to do. Never, ever be hostile. Be kind. If you're hostile and you treat employees with disrespect, they're not going to help you out. So myself and my buddy, he's worked in retail like Walmart for years. We approach this as, we understand that this is not your fault. However, there's a problem, and we really just kind of need some help because, we spent thousands upon thousands of dollars trying to get a PC, and we just need something done. So step one, always be kind to people, because they're going to deal with 30, 40, 50 different unhappy people a day, right, during the holiday season. And if you're the one person who's like really kind and you're treating them with respect, they're going to help you out, right? So we were very kind to the store manager, and we sort of explained the situation. Here's the second thing I would recommend. Under no circumstances, any way, shape, or form, ever say that you suspect that a part is in a computer or that you purchased that was not originally part of the computer, because then they open up a whole suspicion against you. So I said, I think one of the PCs had an Asus Gaming 380 Ti, a graphics card from NVIDIA. Now, it did. I wasn't sure if it was a Ti 380, but it was after they inspected it. But because I said, I don't know if this was part of the computer's tech specs, they started to refuse to take my computer back because they said, well, it's been open item, it's been modified, right? We can't take something back. And I was like, whoa, it literally came to me like this. So essentially I started having to backtrack and said, well, I can't 100% for sure say this was not a graphics card associated with this, and maybe somebody swapped it out, right? But it was maybe just the manufacturer, the iBUYPOWER, bought a whole slew of these from one of the competitors, just picked up as many 380s Ti's as they could and threw it in there, okay? Which is totally a possibility, right? There's no way to assure that isn't the outcome. So they bought them all, they put it in there, and it just happened to be burned out, right? They kind of backed off of that. But if I kept saying, well, wait, what's going on? I had to start asserting that although I was being kind, I was not going to take no for an answer. And that's a really important thing. Never take no for an answer. Try to find a solution. Reiterate that you're not blaming them, but you spent a lot of money and you're just looking for a solution, because Best Buy's policies, they're going to take it back almost no matter what, unless you kind of trip up in the clauses, right? And that's what I did. So we finally worked it out. They said they would agree to take it back. They took back all 3 PCs, and they said that they were going to have a couple of them held for me in another store, since I said I was willing to drive. And I was able to pick some up in North Carolina, and they actually gave me about an $80 refund, which was super nice of him, because he didn't need to do that. But, we were, $9,000 of PCs that were down the drain because of dead graphics cards. So we get up to the North Carolina location after a long day. We picked them up. I asked the Geek Squad to do a stress test on all the PCs, which is an excellent idea. This is a huge suggestion. If you buy any sort of technology, buy their $200, it's a tech program, and it gives you 2-year warranty and 60-day return policy, and as many Geek Squad run-throughs and problem solving as you need. So it's really great for beginners, but also make sure that they check all the parts, make sure it's running, so that you don't have to waste your time, and like I did, right? So get the Geek Squad to look into it, spend the $200 because it covers all your technology for 2 years, which is all you really need anyway. And it's a pretty good deal anyway, considering most warranties for 2 to 3 years are $300 anyway. So it covers absolutely everything, and if you need to, they'll even install it in your house. So I get it back. I opened up the first one. It runs. It's great, and I'm really happy. It's clocking exactly like what I need, and in the next video I'll kind of show you from step 1 to step whatever how you start mining, and it's going to be just a few minutes too. It's surprisingly easy, but you got to get the right computer. So why do I buy from Best Buy? Well, first, they're going to take it back. They're going to shoulder the burden of responsibility. You don't have to deal with the company of iBUYPOWER and all of that nonsense, where they're going to essentially ask you questions of like, is your monitor plugged in? Is your HDMI cable broken? I mean, obviously they're not going to be, right? But there is an ease of access. Also, if you have a gaming PC and it dies in 2 years, your graphics card dies, you blow it out, right? They're going to replace it or fix it for you. So you don't have to do anything at all. So that's a good sort of fail-safe, because most times you can't actually ensure that. Now, you can get these 380 Ti's from a third party, or used, or even some new open box, right? But the problem is these things may be defective, and if you aren't buying from a reputable source, you're in real trouble. So one of the things that we like to do is we buy these kind of gaming rigs, and if you buy enough of them, you just sort of sell the whole computer, and you keep the actual graphics card. And when you keep the graphics card, you can sell it. Sell the rest of the computer. You usually get like $500 or $600, and that's really sweet. It's a nice little pickup, and then you're good to go. And you just have the graphics card, but you have to build a rig for that. So that's a next level stuff that you don't have to do immediately. Most people don't start off that way. You usually want 5 to 6 graphics cards, which you're looking anywhere between $12,000 to $18,000 for something like that. But I really, really stress that Best Buy does take care of their people. The second Best Buy I went to, the Arden location in Asheville, just lovely people. They did a great job. They took care of me. They understood what I was saying. They even said that iBUYPOWER usually puts in kind of subpar products into their computers to keep the price low, and this does happen. Sometimes tampering does occur, but if you send it to the Geek Squad ahead of time, they will ensure your computer is set up and ready to go, so that you can literally plug and play and start the process. They'll even set up Windows for you, which is something that's super important. I would highly recommend you guys do it. So, yeah. Next one, we're going to talk about how to actually start crypto mining and start making money with your gaming PCs, right? All right, guys. So one final thing, have everything set up. These things are absolutely beautiful when they're running. I run just sort of a box fan that I throw in the back so it keeps it usually a few degrees Celsius cooler. And everything is running correctly. These are super powerful graphics cards. You would really like using them even if you're not crypto mining. But I just want to make sure I rounded off with that. So like, follow, subscribe, drop a comment, whatever. Start helping the channel. We'll start having more videos like this. I have about 100 more planned. And I'm really excited to kind of start this journey with you guys. This is Casey with You Are Investing. You guys have a good night.